If you've been trying to land high-ticket clients as a freelancer but keep hitting a wall, there's a reason. Most freelancers stay stuck in a loop making the same mistakes over and over again, but if you fix them, you can start landing $2,500 clients, $5,000 clients, even $10,000 clients. In this video, I break down exactly what's stopping you from scaling and landing those real clients and what you need to change so you can start implementing that today. And the biggest mistake, I've saved it for the end because once you hear it, you will never pitch to a client the same way again. So mistake number one, if I could put it into a phrase, is you're selling the wrong thing. You see, most freelancers have a skill set and they then sell themselves as this thing. So I know how to write copy, therefore I'm a copywriter, and whenever they pitch themselves, it's like, I'm just gonna pitch to people who need copy. It doesn't matter if they're a bootstrap founder or they're $1 million business. No matter what case, you sell copywriting. End of story. This is what I did too in the beginning. But the high ticket clients, they're not paying for work or your skill per se. They're paying for the outcome, right? And that's in any case. But when you're thinking about the psychology of the high ticket client who wants to and can pay you more, they're looking for a return on their investment, right? Selling copywriting. What you're selling is more sales, more leads, or if you're a virtual assistant, a business that runs smoother. Sometimes that requires you to think about who you're positioning yourself for and then brush up in that specific industry so you really understand it, and that way you are able to actually help them with that outcome. And if you click the description, you'll find a free bingeable mini course where I help you think about and build a $2,500 retainer offer. The mini course will not only help you think differently about freelancing, but think about how to position yourself in front of clients who desperately need you with the skills you already have and a little bit of brushing up. Mistake number two is that you're positioning yourself like honestly a beggar rather than a freelance business owner. You see, a lot of times when people are doing outreach, whether it's on Upwork, cold outreach, or even posting content, they're literally just sharing their skill and being like, I'm amazing, give me money now because I made this post or because I sent you this email. If you sound like you're hoping and praying and you're just constantly needing to take energy, it's gonna be harder for you to attract these high ticket clients that are looking for a specific persona, somebody that has knowledge and experience but has value to bring to the table without them bringing this begging energy to the table. It's in the little clues you give and the way you frame a sentence. If you're writing a cover letter on Upwork, instead of saying, I'd absolutely be honored to work with you, I'd love to work with you, or something along those lines, you could say something like, here's how I can help you do XYZ. And again, we know they're looking for a return on their investment, so you make the XYZ clear path to their return on investment. But it's also in other things, like when you're posting content, actually posting free content that's good, that people can take and execute immediately. Sometimes in my cold outreach, I will make a loom for the client, sharing with them resources, tools, or an actual thing that I think they can implement with or without me. And because they see how I think and because I'm providing value and I'm not just trying to take, I stand out or become someone that they feel like psychologically they want to reciprocate the energy that I'm bringing out into the situation. And again, when it comes to cold outreach, something that I hammer into all of my students inside of She Freelances is never, ever send cold outreach and be like, please, like, this is who I am, please work with me, please get on a call with me. Why? If thousands of people are sending them emails, why would they care to get on a call with you? Why should they? I always share with my students that if I go on LinkedIn or Instagram and search up pretty much any female founder with 6 to 7 figure e-commerce business, there will be a DM from me. Half of them are unopened and didn't lead to clients. But if you click on them, you will see a Google Doc with me writing 3 emails or website copy variations for them, because this is what I use to build up my portfolio and to build my muscle of cold outreach. It was really, really helpful, and I did land some clients doing this. But more importantly, even if they didn't hire me, they opened it up and was able to see that I put in at least 30 minutes of effort into sending that message to them. And that alone goes a long way. If you're a video editor, instead of just reaching out to a client, edit them a free video or say, hey, I wrote this script for you. If you film this video, I'll edit it for free. That is such a good way to attract someone who's likely looking for your services and would probably work with you long term if they see that the video you edit is up to par and good to go for them. Create less friction for them and more value. And this goes into mistake number 3, which is that you don't have a client attraction system. And if you watch the free course that I mentioned in the beginning, I'll go deeper into this, but a client attraction system is so important. You can't just hope and pray and wait for high ticket clients to fall into your lap. That is not going to happen. The chances of that happening, especially if you don't have a personal brand already, are little to none. Pretty much 0%. A lot of freelancers that I speak to are relying on referrals, family and friends, maybe some Upwork jobs here and there, but they haven't really dialed in a formula to get consistent opens and responses on Upwork. They're cold pitching, cold calling, but they haven't really dialed in a method that works, and they don't know what sort of client they need to reach out to and how they need to speak with them and what format works. It's just straight, no plan, raw dogging vibes and hoping for the best. And trust me, you will speed up your journey to six figures if you create a system around this. 1% freelancers, six-figure freelancers, they know where their ideal clients hang out. They know what they need to say to attract them, reach them, and work with them. And they know how to position themselves to be the obvious choice for them. Simple as that. But the final mindset shift that changes everything is removing the idea that you can just get by. If you have on your vision board, six-figure freelancer, you want to have a car, you want to have a condo, you want to do this, you want to do that, whatever your goals are, you can't just be all vibes. What is the monthly recurring income that you need to achieve your goals? Okay, once you have that number down, pull out your calculator and start doing the math. What does my retainer offer need to look like so I can actually have a reasonable amount of clients that pay me on this offer that allows me to have enough time to do work and do other things or other responsibilities in life, depending on what your goals are and what you're trying to achieve. If you don't even have those basic numbers down and you're watching this in the middle of the year after already building out your plan, you need to do some reevaluation and get back to that and start thinking about the numbers. Everything you want is realistic, but you need to create a clear plan to get there, and vibes and hope is not going to get you there. You need to stop thinking like a little freelancer, I'm just a freelancer, and start thinking like a business owner who strategizes and creates a pathway to make the business revenue. So again, if you're serious about landing high ticket clients that pay you a minimum of $2,500 a month, click the link below. While you're there, like the video, subscribe. You're still watching. I know you like what you're hearing, so I'd love to chat with you again. I post pretty much every single week. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. It's time to go get paid.